And welcome to a Wednesday edition of Around the Table with Dan and Ann. It is Hump Day.
Oh, Hump Day.
Caught you off guard.
It's Hump Day and it's Punt Day.
Punt?
Yeah, we're punting today.
How are we punting?
We're punting just because it's just you and me jamming today.
Oh, it's just me and you? Why?
Yeah.
Why is that? What?
Well, our guest had to reschedule, so.
Well, let's just call them up and let them know our disagreement.
I was
Displeasure.
I'll give you the phone number, and you can, if that's the direction you would like to go, then you go right ahead.
Who was our guest?
Brian Stevens. He's with Harrison Chaos Baseball.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I had to schedule him for Friday. He had a work thing that came up. So
Well, it shouldn't affect us any. Shouldn't we be priority?
evidently not, Dan. We
Okay.
probably don't bring in the money for him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We don't
Yes.
write his check.
I understand the money thing. Yeah,
So,
it's bill.
But he'll be on Friday as the
It's
second
bill
guest.
pay day.
Today. What is today?
Now, how do you
It
pay-
is not.
Well, I pay my bills like on one day.
Me too. I do the first of the month. Done.
First, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the most detestful things I don't like. I don't like doing. I don't like paying bills.
Do you do bill pay?
Yes. Yeah, I do. But my bank, I tried to log on the other day and it said, we don't recognize you. I'm like, what? So I changed I didn't change anything. I just, let me find the sheet of paper on my desk that has all my passwords
Right.
and login things right there. Look at it, go, let me try that again. No, nothing.
Or they reset where they screwed up.
No, I called them. They said, well, we've been doing an update. Can you try back in an hour? I go, well, I'm ready to pay my bills now, electronically. This kind of like electronic means now. You know, you flip a switch and the light comes on. That's electric.
Yeah.
Kind of like electronically, like I can pay the bills now. Well, could you call back in an hour and try in an hour? So I tried back in an hour. No go.
Really?
Yeah, tried back again. No go. So, and then the next day, I got busy and I didn't
Oh,
do
you
my
didn't do
bill
it.
pay, so
Right.
now I'm a day behind.
Well, you need to do it today.
I will. Yeah.
You know, you expect the banks to be on top of it, right?
Yeah.
So when there's
and you
hiccups.
schedule these things in the middle of the night when no one is awake,
Yeah.
right?
True. I had to clear my history yesterday because I was trying to log into my bank on my bill pay and pay a bill, and it wouldn't take the confirm a payment, no
Oh,
matter how
wouldn't?
many times I punched it.
Oh.
So I called and they said, clear your history. That usually takes care of it, and it did.
Your history.
But now, yeah, on my whole computer. So now I have to
What?
go back and redo the password. Like a lot of it doesn't recognize who I am because I've cleared my history of logging into these places. Anyway.
Well, if we would get rid of the criminals,
Then
the
we
people
wouldn't
that are
have to
trying
do this.
Yeah, that's not good.
Let's go back old school.
Yeah.
At least I don't know if there was less or if we're just more aware now because of social media and biased news or whatever news. I want to say unbiased news, but I don't believe that. So,
Yeah. All news is opinionated nowadays.
well, it is. It's opinion.
It's about your opinion. It's not about
Yeah.
the facts. It's about
Yeah.
what you think.
Yeah.
And depending on if you own the company, then whatever your opinion is the way the news organization is going to be run.
Yeah.
Anyway, I like your sweater.
Do you?
Was it cold this morning?
It was a little nippy.
A little nippy out
Yep,
there.
yep, yep,
Okay.
yep, yep. Showing up. Are we going to do the weather? Is that what
We
you're
could.
hinting
Well,
at?
I've known. I just noticed you a sweater there, and I'm thinking, yeah, I had to wear something long sleeve-ish.
And it's
too.
not burning up in here, so we're in a good temperature.
Yeah,
we're good. We're good to go.
We just don't have a guest today.
No, we don't.
Throwing me off kilter.
But let us tell you something. Today is going to be sunny
Okay.
with a high near 43.
Now, where'd you get
gust
this
is-
information at?
My co-host Dan Reynolds has this all already printed out for me.
You know, the way you just pick this up and read it, I should probably one day come up with a forecast and force you to read whatever's on the page.
I dare you.
It's going to rain cats and dogs today with a few frogs.
You do that. Do that.
I'll
I'll
try
read.
my
Well, I'm going to read through it first, and then I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Can I?
Go ahead. Yeah. Where are we at? Today's going to be high around 43.
It is.
Which is not a terribly warm day, but the sun is out.
It was cold this morning, though, for sure.
Was, yeah.
And it says 25 miles per hour gust. Tonight will be clear with a low of 28. Tomorrow, Thursday, mostly sunny with a high of 55. Again, the wind will be there. Thursday night, mostly cloudy with a low around 38. And Friday, a 30% chance of showers afternoon, high of 52. Friday night, showers low around a 44. And the chance of precipitation on Friday night goes up to 90%.
Ooh, yeah.
Go ahead.
I think we're going to have some rain then.
Well, we need rain.
That 90% will help me sleep.
I'm so glad.
I had such a rough...
You have weird dreams, though.
I do. I told you about my dream
Yeah.
this morning, and had a dream with a lion.
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh, my.
No, just a lion.
Oh, okay.
And the lion didn't want to... he had a temperature problem. He didn't want to swim in the pool that was in front of us there, but he was telling me that how cold it was. And he showed me. He got in there, and he'd come out, and he was... You know, like the lion.
The cowardly lion.
The cowardly lion. He was shaking like that. And then I jumped in, and it was like, what's the big deal, dude? It's not that cold.
Go ahead.
Yeah. No.
Come on.
No.
Oh,
Don't be such a wimp.
That's where the story ends.
Don't be such a wimp. Anyway, that was my dream. But anyway, Saturday, it looks like 30% chance of showers before noon. Mostly sunny with a high near 60 degrees. The gusts are going to be up there, 20 miles per hour. That's cold. Saturday night, mostly clear with a low around 34. And then the winds become calm for Saturday evening. Sunday, high 60, calm winds. Sunday night, 20% chance of showers moves back into the forecast till around midnight. And then Monday and Tuesday looks like the high is going to be around 60, 55 to 60. With a 40% chance of rain.
So that would be like,
week.
Where are we at? I'm like trying to figure out what day that is. How far?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's less than a week. So I guess the 17th is where that ends up. All right, I was just wondering
Okay.
how close to Christmas, where we were at.
Maybe we'll get some snow.
If it's, hey, go ahead and snow. Do it.
Don't you like the snow on Christmas?
Yeah, sure. Yes, I do. I think
always
that would
wanted
be
to
quite
snow
lovely.
Christmas
I want it
Day.
to snow a lot on Christmas.
Yeah?
Just to make a pretty blanket.
Yeah. If you got family over, then you can go out and roll in snow and get your little sled out or your trash can lid and go for
In
it.
college, I did it on a tray that we used to carry our food on. I don't know.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know how that ended up
A
in my
TV dinner tray?
in my dorm room, but it did. So,
Did you
so I used it for a sled.
did you destroy it?
It was pretty destroyed.
I've used cardboard before. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's a good slick surface.
You bet. You bet. It's a little harder getting off the sled nowadays.
I don't.
I'm not quite
I just
as agile.
I just roll.
You ro-
Just roll off the cardboard.
Oh, okay.
And then I just kind of look for the incline of the hill and just kind of position myself and let gravity pick me up.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. I loved sledding as a kid.
Yeah, I did too.
And a young adult.
I think the last time I sledded with my boys, I straddled something and hurt my leg going down like a fence post or so. I can't remember. Yeah. And I'm like, this hurt. I probably shouldn't do this anymore. Because when you're a kid, you bounce off things and you get up and you go.
And you fly down hills.
I know.
No fear.
And you've got that internal adrenaline going on as a kid that you get hurt, you're over it quickly.
Yeah.
When you're old and have no adrenaline whatsoever, the pain stays forever.
Is that what it is? Is that what the cause
It's the
is?
pain,
Because it's
I
sure
guess.
there.
Yeah.
I always have to laugh when I think about getting old. But anyway, I mean, you gotta laugh to keep from crying sometimes.
Do you have a constant pain, like nagging, irritating? Not
right now.
okay.
Nope.
But is it a daily thing that you have pains?
I have had for the last few months,
Uh huh.
but I found the source of the pain, and anyway,
I have back issues, lower back pain,
Yeah.
like
SI joint?
psychotic.
Oh,
psychotic. I have psychotic nerves.
Sciatica?
Sciatic, yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen
Yeah,
occasionally.
and it was
but
on.
yours is pretty. Is yours present all the time?
It gets worse sometimes. Sometimes it's always there. but
Sitting makes it worse.
yeah, I'm a sitter. I sit
You need to
at
sit
the
on
office and
ice.
create all day, so I need
Right.
to sit on ice.
Well, ice it.
Were you trying to get
The
me on a
inflammation.
frozen pond where the
Well,
ice is
no,
only a
just-
half-inch thick or something?
For the inflammation, Dan.
Oh,
That's what I used to do with mine.
does it help?
Yeah.
Does it cure it?
I don't know. It doesn't cure it. It's coming back.
You pull the ice away and pain comes right
Well,
back.
I didn't. I mean, yeah. But like the
Mm-hmm.
next day, I would feel relief. That mine lasted about 24 hours when I'd have a real bad
Yeah.
bout of it.
Well, I've doubled up on my turmeric.
Golly.
What? Is your back hurt?
Continue.
I was gonna say I doubled up on my turmeric.
What does that do? Because I take it and I don't know what it's for.
It de-inflammatizes.
That's what I thought.
everything. It's a
It's
deflammatory. What do you call it?
anti-inflammatory.
Anti-inflammatory. Deflammatizer. That's what I call it. I'm gonna get my words put in the Webster dictionary. If it's the last thing I do. Turmeric, a deflammatizer. Get yours
It's
today.
actually turmeric.
Turmeric. What I call it?
Spelled turmeric.
It's got a U.
turmeric is like a spice, isn't it?
It's the same thing.
Okay, well, this is turmeric. I mean, it's spelled
Same.
T-U-R, is it not?
It's the same thing.
Is it the same thing?
Yeah, you could get.
Could you just go get some turmeric?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Now I have to look it up.
Are we going to look it up?
Well, are we
Turmeric or turmeric?
Turmeric. Turmeric. I don't know how it's pronounced, but it's spelled.
Term would
Term.
term would be spelled T-E-R-M.
It's T-U-R-M. T-U-R-M.
Turmeric. Whatever. I take those little pills.
Turmeric. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll have to Google that and find
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Anywho,
Anywho, how many minutes have we blown through?
well, I'm just trying to make the time interest. No, we're not doing any of that.
Okay.
We're doing a lot of this. That means we got to go to a break. No, we don't. We don't need to go to a break right now. We do have a topic to ponder today, though. If you
Well,
wanna,
how great that is.
if you want to ponder this topic instead of the topics we're pondering on.
We're pondering whether we're going to
Turmeric.
ponder in them. Oh, those ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to read this one?
I
This
will.
one. This is
can
our.
we do our
win-
intro?
You want to do the intro?
Well, maybe.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this
I
topic.
thought that would waste too much time. So.
What expensive meal item is totally overrated?
Mmm.
Well, probably meat. I mean, probably steak. You know, a good steak, but you pay money for a good steak. I don't know.
First thing comes to mind is caviar.
Well, that's probably true.
Yeah. I mean, it's fish eggs, right?
Yeah, it's a delicacy, and I don't really know why they're
Why-
so expensive.
Why is it? Because it's hard. They're hard
Because
to get.
they're hard to get, would be my guess.
And why are they black? What fish do you get black eggs from?
I don't know. I would have to. Or is all of it black?
The ones that I've seen is black.
Have you ever had it?
I think I've tasted on a cracker,
Did you like it?
and I'm going. What's the big?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. I thought it was tasteful,
I
but
didn't think it was tasteful.
I didn't. It didn't.
It's just texturey. It's like eating a little bit of styrofoam balls, little bitty teeny
kind of
styrofoam
like
balls.
the snotty oysters. We're not. We're not going to
Yeah.
eat. Not because I mean they're a delicacy or whatever, but
Yeah.
we both find them quite.
Yeah, I know that they have they may still have a restaurant up in Branson, the Outback.
Yes,
The
and
Outback. they have shark and they have
they had oysters. That's where I tried oysters.
yeah, they have all of these kind of. They had a great burger up there last time I ate there.
I tried gator there.
Gator, yeah. See, that's a. I'm sure you spent a gazillion dollars on a
Right.
little piece of gator.
The Outback seems to have come and gone. You know, its popularity. It's gone through its thing.
Yes.
And anytime I'm in Branson, that's like the place with the least amount of cars in the parking lot. No,
Yeah.
I'm not there necessarily during
Well,
rush hour.
you remember when they first opened?
They were
It's like 30 years ago, right?
You would wait for an hour
I know.
to get
yeah,
in.
Yeah.
Now,
But I don't think they've changed anything. So I think you, like a place to eat, you probably need to upgrade it.
Right. It looks like it did back in whenever. Too.
I think when they added the bungee jumping and the zip lines, they've kind of lost popularity.
They diversified, and there you go.
Yeah.
So caviar
might be a good place to go if there's no cars in the parking lot.
maybe.
Okay.
So caviar.
What
Yeah,
is-
I will agree with caviar.
What expensive meal
Oh, it's a
item,
okay.
or food item is totally overrated?
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can.
I'm sure people come up with some good. We had
You
some
know-
good responses yesterday.
Yeah, we did. Squirrel.
Okay. Wow.
Anyway, we want to know your thoughts.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, we have 3 comments. Let me just check them. Red Lobster
Oh, okay.
and
Oh,
Ponder
Red
to
Lobster
write-
or the restaurant Red Lobster?
Hey, maybe
I bet it's
I probably the restaurant.
yeah. Okay. Okay.
What? Okay.
Does somebody need an explanation?
No, they were correcting how it should have been written.
Okay.
So I'm not reading it right now, though.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want me to.
Is it English teacher?
Linda, I don't know. Do I call her
Okay.
name out? I don't
Oh,
want to be
okay,
like,
okay,
Linda
just-
D is her name. It's on here. Should be, what expensive item / location is totally overrated?
No, I don't want the location. I want the meal item. Like,
What
the
particular
plate-
item
yeah.
on whatever restaurant?
yeah, like
place
steak
you go.
or, I mean, that's the way I wrote it.
Yeah.
Not
Anyway,
re- if you want to tell us what location is totally overrated, yeah, please.
yeah.
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 Write up, revise your own question.
Yeah.
Or make up your own question. That's fine.
Okay.
Go to our Facebook page and tell us what you think.
Please.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right. I am ready for some history. Are you?
What time is it? 9:17. Okay. Yes,
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
I have found it impossible to carry the heavy burden of responsibility and to discharge my duties as king as I would wish to do without the help and support of the woman I love.
88 years ago, King Edward VIII of Great Britain gave up his throne in order to marry the American divorcee Wallis Warford Simpson.
Wow. Must have loved her quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
I wonder if all the money was taken away from him. You know, the
Like Prince, what's his
yeah,
name?
Prince.
Harry,
yeah.
Harry, yeah.
Yeah, he's doing okay, isn't he?
I
I
reckon.
mean, he's got money. He doesn't have to.
Well, and his wife, I don't know that his wife's working, but she was an actress. So I don't know
Yeah.
how good, but
There is a feeling that the expected has happened. The bottom has been reached. Civilization, like a house of cards, depressed by an evil hand, has collapsed into little bits.
83 years ago, back in 1941, Germany and Italy declared war on the United States, and the U.S. responded in kind. CBS Eric Severold described he described the scene at Congress as the decision came down.
I have been unusually privileged to play all my Major League Baseball for the New York Yankees. What I will remember most in days to come will be the great loyalty of the fans.
73 years ago, New York Yankees legend Joe DiMaggio announced his retirement.
Okay.
1951.
1951. And then in 1964, 60 years ago today, singer-songwriter Sam Cooke was killed at the age of 33 by a hotel manager.
Wow.
And his hit was Bring It On Home to Me.
You know, I'd be interested to have to go see what in the heck. Why would a hotel manager kill this
Look
dude?
that up, yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of curious.
Yeah. Some kind of disagreement.
Well, I'd say so.
I was yelling, no, and stop. He pushed my dress up, and he raped me.
33 years ago, a jury in West Palm Beach acquitted William Kennedy Smith of sexual assault and battery. It came a week after his accuser, Patricia Bowman, gave dramatic testimony in court. So he was acquitted.
Mm-hmm.
So did she make it up?
Did who make what up?
The chick.
Oh, did
I mean,
she make it up?
Well, I don't
Make the
know.
story?
I mean, if he's acquitted, doesn't that mean he's cleared?
Yeah. Yeah.
So she's come up with a story saying that.
no,
there
not
was-
necessarily. I mean, it may be true. He just
It may be.
He just got
Or
off.
he just got off somehow.
Yeah, yeah.
True.
Those are he said, she said type of things, and
Well, that's
you know,
true.
I don't know. That's hard.
Yeah.
That's why you need an AI judge.
Impartial?
Impartial.
Are they really impartial?
Yeah. How much money was involved to get this thing thrown out of court?
Do you think they're ever
don't
going to put
know.
enough money into AI that it will be biased?
There will be. Oh yes. There
I
will be.
do.
Yes. Oh yes.
So,
If-
don't bank on AI all the time.
If we, what am I trying to say? Our system has been is built on power and corruption, and when you have power, power.
You corrupt.
You corrupt, yeah,
You
that's what it
tend to over.
You take away the power, take away the money, and the only way to do things is if everybody's equal, and the same. They make the same amount of money. They do. There's no motivation to do any. Then you take the motivation away. It's just it's a tough thing.
Yeah.
It's tough being
Yeah.
a human being.
It is.
Boy.
We'll hear argument now on number 00949, George W. Bush and Richard Cheney versus Albert Gore.
This was back in 2000, 24 years ago. Once again, the Supreme Court heard arguments about the Florida presidential vote count. Wow, they were having that problem way back then. Chief Justice William Rehnquist began the hearing. The following day, the court effectively handed the election to George W. Bush. It agreed by a 7-2 margin to reverse Florida's high court ruling ordering a state recount. The justices also voted 5-4. There was no acceptable way for a new recount to take place.
Okay.
When one side's winning, the other side complains that the
Either way it
vote
goes.
was crooked. Yeah, that's the way it goes.
Prosecutors say he admits it was a giant Ponzi scheme that cheated clients out of at least $50 billion.
Wow. 16 years ago, former NASDAQ chairman Bernie Madoff was arrested. CBS News correspondent Bill Whitney reported that when investors thought was a profitable investment firm was actually a fraud.
Uh-oh.
Madoff died in April 2021 while serving a 150-year federal
Oh, boy,
prison
gosh.
sentence.
He got caught.
He did.
Splashdown. From Tranquility Base to Taurus Littrow to the tranquil waters of the Pacific, the latest chapter of NASA's journey to the moon comes to a close.
This was back in 2022. It was only 2 years ago. NASA Orion capsule returned from the moon, parachuting into the Pacific off Mexico to conclude a dramatic 25-day test flight. I don't even remember that. And I'm really into this stuff, but I don't remember that at all.
So we can't do this next one.
Yep.
Actress Rita Moreno was born this day in 1931. She's 93. She played Anita in the 1961 movie adaptation of the hit musical West Side Story.
I love that movie.
Yep.
She was phenomenal.
Yes, very much.
And also a birthday cut, David Gates, lead singer and guiding force of The Bread, was born on this day in 1940. He's 84 today. Among the group's many hits in the 70s was Make It With You.
I'm really sad we couldn't play that one.
Yeah, that was a good song.
With great faith in the American people, I accept your nomination for President of the United States.
Former Secretary of State and presidential candidate John Kerry was born this day in 1943. He is 81.
And then another birthday cut. Brenda Lee was born on this day in 1944. She's 80 today. Many couples have met under the mistletoe singing Rock Around the Christmas Tree.
I did not want him to abuse my daughter. I did not want him to hurt her. I did not want him to do nothing to her. I wanted him to make love to me.
Actress and comedian Monique was born this day in 1967. She's 57 years old. She won critical acclaim and several awards for her role in the movie Precious as Mary Lee Johnston, the abusive mother of the main character. I watched that movie. It was pretty impactful.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, it'll just be Ann and I.
We'll have a guest.
Just
It will be
me and-
us.
Me and Ann. Yes. And we'll...
I liked Ann and I. That was okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah. We can put me up first once.
I did not do well in English class.
Ann and me. It's actually Ann and me.
Yeah, I know.
Not
yeah,
I.
It's me. If I were saying,
if you got to be able to say it without the name in front.
Right, right. But it sounds proper when I say I.
It sounds stupid when you say.
Okay. Okay. Well, my days are numbered here. That's for sure. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Wow.
Yes,
Welcome
ma'am.
back.
Welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann.
Thanks for the warning.
It's you and I, or you and me.
Yeah,
just
it's you and me.
You and me.
You and me.
Okay, let me write that down.
Bless him.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yes, let's you write that down, please.
You know, they caught the guy that was chasing, and eventually, shot and killed the CEO, the insurance
yes.
CEO. There's several topics here to talk about him. Police get death threats for arresting the guy.
Police did?
Police get death threats for arresting the CEO murder suspect.
Okay, that's something's just wrong.
Yeah, and I was
with
watching
that.
I was watching some things last night, and there's a bunch of people on TikTok, mostly women, that are in love with this guy.
Oh, yeah, they think he's so handsome.
He's got the bad boy thing going on, I guess.
It's bizarre.
Anyway, the internet's obsession with the alleged heartthrob assassin keeps growing. Now the cops who arrested Luigi Mangione are getting death threats. The department in Altoona, Pennsylvania, has put its officers on high alert after getting a bunch of threatening emails and calls. They say one guy even claimed to be the real killer, saying they arrested the wrong dude. And then there's the McDonald's where he was arrested. It's been getting roasted and terrible reviews, calling the employees rats and other things. And Google's taken down more than 1,000 one-star reviews since Tuesday.
Why
What's
would
wrong
they?
with people?
Why punish the restaurant?
Because that's where they arrested him.
But why?
Because that's where they arrested him. It's the place that put that guy in that locale when the police got him.
Okay, I mean,
Why
I
would
understand that, but that doesn't make sense to destroy the place.
It's the place. It's something to hate.
Okay.
It's a hate focus.
Well, that's true. I mean, these people. I really, in a way, feel sorry for people that have that mentality of everything being negative for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, this story has sparked. People were elated when the guy got killed because he was part of the insurance company.
Right.
And there are things.
If you're ever elated about someone being killed, there's a problem.
There's something wrong there. You cross the line. But there's things I don't like about the insurance company. Companies, most of them, the way the insurance
100%.
Yes. But
I'm not out to kill anybody because of it.
Yeah.
They know they've got you by the.
Yes.
You know what?
Cojones.
The cojones. Basically.
Also, the CEO murder suspect had a traumatic back injury before his arrest.
I think this all led up to why he did it.
You think so?
That's where my mind went.
Well, what I was listening to on the news last night, one of his roommates said that he was just fine. He's a normal guy. And then all of a sudden, after his back surgery, he went off the deep end. And
I don't know what he was on.
He may have been on some.
And maybe they quit covering it. Maybe it was the only thing that was keeping him level. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it was pain, who the heck knows?
Yeah.
But
and then you see the video of him being brought into the police station, and he's
angry.
He's angry,
Yeah.
and he's jumping, and he's twisting, and he's moving, and I'm like,
yeah,
is your back really hurting that bad? I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's on.
Well, don't you think somebody
painkillers at that point?
Right, and I think that can mimic. I mean, maybe
It
there's
could be.
I don't know.
Anyway, it says there's new information coming out about Luigi Mangione, the 26-year-old charged with killing the CEO of the United Healthcare last week. His friends and family are speaking out, with his mom saying that she reported him missing on November the 18th. His former roommate says he had a traumatic back injury and became mentally unstable after having surgery for it. Mangione is still in custody in Pennsylvania while he awaits extradition to New York.
So I wonder if there's a medical
I
reason
don't know.
due to his surgery
If
that
his
this has happened. Maybe he had. Could he have had a clot that went somewhere weird?
Yeah, it could have been.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, you saw the X-rays. He had like 6 or 8 screws all in one spot holding something together.
I didn't see any of that. I mean, I haven't looked, but
I know people complain about their back. That's a real issue. Trying to be sympathetic on all sides.
Well,
you know?
I am. I mean, maybe there's something that happened. If it's that drastic of a change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I'm sure that the story will come out.
It will. Hopefully the truth will be what we hear.
The truth is, we have him on video shooting somebody and killing him.
Right.
For whatever reason.
Right.
He seems sane. He had a manifesto speaking clearly.
Mm-hmm.
So, not sure.
Yeah.
He got... he went down a rabbit hole somewhere.
But, I wonder if it like puts some people who don't necessarily think as I do, into the mode of, okay, we can go do this to the next CEO. We can go do, you know what I mean? If it starts kind of a...
Yeah, you don't want it to be a copycat killer.
No, and
yeah.
I can totally see that happening.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah, anyway. Also, what I wonder is who gets the reward for the tip leading up to Mangioni's arrest. So there was like a $50,000 reward or $60,000.
Oh, who was that person?
A 26-year-old man named Luigi Mangione has been arrested and charged for the shooting death of CEO of the United Healthcare, and there's a $60,000 reward from the FBI on the table. So who gets the cash? A customer at the McDonald's in Pennsylvania is the one who called the police, but they're not any richer today. You have to be nominated by the FBI to get the reward, and your tip has to lead to the arrest and conviction of a suspect. So there's the gotcha in the whole deal. We're going to give you the money, but there's a list of check boxes we have to check first.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's all I have on Mr. Mangione.
Well, that was plenty, Dan.
Yeah. Way too much.
Hey, I got a funny one. Or
okay.
I think it's
all right.
TikTok is giving you hemorrhoids. That's the headline. So just picture that. Okay? There's one more reason to hate TikTok. It's probably giving you hemorrhoids. So if you have hemorrhoids, maybe that's your source if you're a TikToker. A lot of gastro doctors are finding more and more of their patients are spending an unnecessary amount of time in the bathroom, on the throne, and they blame social media for that. They say sitting and scrolling for longer than you really need to be. Wait, I'm not reading that correctly. They said sitting and scrolling for longer than you really need to be in there puts a lot of pressure on your down there region. So poop experts suggest sitting for no more than 10 to 15 minutes maximum. And for Pete's sake, clean your phone after.
Okay.
Do you ever take your phone to the bathroom?
Oh,
with you?
absolutely, yeah.
Do you sit there longer than you probably need to?
Probably do.
I have a heated toilet seat and it works really well.
I'm researching.
Let me tell you, I got my little space heater right here. I have my heated toilet seat.
You got a heated toilet seat?
Oh, it's
where do you plug the thing in?
The outlet.
Where's the wire go on the seat?
It goes to the side of the seat.
Oh, really?
I had one and it got real discolored and it wasn't working real well, so we ordered another one at a different
What color
kind.
was it?
Well, part of it because
was it
of
brown?
I'm not going to answer that.
You buy the brown one so you don't see those colors.
Well, I bought a white one.
Okay.
But this seat is made out of a different material, so I don't think it will do that. I think just the heat of the thing just made it discolor. It was really weird because you couldn't bleach it off. You couldn't do anything to it.
Yeah, it was
ugly as sin.
It was on simmer.
It was kind of gross looking, but
oh, boy.
So I got a nice new one and with the hood. The hood.
The lid.
The lid that whatever it is.
That covers the seat.
The one that's slow to go down.
Oh, the seat.
Yeah, the seat.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
You got a hydraulic seat.
It's not a hydraulic seat.
Well, it's got to be hydraulic.
Oh, okay.
So it's got
It's a slow closing one.
It's got to have a resistance.
So it doesn't slam shut.
Yeah, I hate that sound.
I know.
Also hate the sound.
And a night light. It has a night light. It has a light in it. Okay, go ahead.
I was going to say, I also hate that sound in the distance. Oh! When somebody falls in the toilet that you forgot to leave the seat.
Yeah. I asked my husband about that once I'm done on our honeymoon.
Huh? Did
on
you
our
really?
honeymoon.
Oh boy.
He knew exactly
We're
what
gonna
had
get something
happened
straight
when
real
whatever
quick.
came out of my mouth came out. And I know exactly what it is, and I cannot repeat it. Came out of my mouth, and it was like, oh, he knew.
Did
He
you set
knew.
the law down?
Well, the deal was we would both close the toilet seat. We'd leave it closed, so we both had to put in some. You know,
Effort.
he's like, why should
Okay.
I have to do that, and
Yeah,
you
okay.
don't?
Yeah.
So it was like, okay,
I
we'll
get
just
it.
do it all. We got it.
Okay. All
It
right.
doesn't always happen, but he doesn't use my heated toilet seat very much. So there. Y'all want to know anything
Oh,
else
my
about our
gosh.
hot potty habits? Because we've probably got some topics to ponder. We can go
Yeah. What are your
over.
potty habits? Oh boy. Oh, hey, you have an SUV,
It's-
right?
Is it time for a break?
No, not yet.
We've only had one.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, we should go do a break. I'm kind of liking these no guest days.
I know. We can just shoot the
We can
bull. I
just
don't know
shoot
how
it.
our audience feels about it, but too bad. So sad.
We will take a quick break.
No, I'm
and
kidding.
when we come back, we'll have more from Around the Table with Dan and Ann.
We do appreciate y'all.
Thank you very much.
WHOZ.
And welcome back to Around the Table. We're having this is kind of a fun show.
Yeah, we're kind of enjoying it.
We're enjoying
we
it.
hope you are as well.
I hope so.
It doesn't happen often. We usually have but I kind of, you know what? It would take a little bit of the stress off if we could just wing it now and then when we have like a cancellation or just can't seem to find someone for the week, you know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Which reminds me that we're always looking for interesting people to be on the show. You don't have to have an event to be on the show.
No.
You can just be interesting. That opened the door, didn't it?
Well, it did. So no one's beating our door down at this moment.
Well, it's the holidays.
Well, it was early.
Yeah. Well,
we didn't give them much.
Well, and two, and I'm sure a lot of family members are saying, "Oh, I want to really ask my uncle to be on the show because."
Because why?
Because he's very
it's
interesting.
The because.
He's funny.
It's the because.
Yeah. Anyway,
all right.
Yeah. Did you say you had a funny one over there?
No, I'm not doing that one. We had to nix that one because it was just about things we can't talk about. Okay, so listen, 1 in 5 Americans gets their news from guess where?
TikTok.
Social media.
Yeah.
In general. 20% of Americans now admit to getting their news from social media influencers, including the guy who reviews new pizza from inside his car.
Okay.
That's 1 in 5 Americans. The Pew Research Center did the study and found that was an equal number of Republicans and Democrats who got their news via Twitter, X, TikTok, and YouTube, with political podcasters like Brian Tyler, Cohen, and Ben Shapiro having the biggest news following.
Well, okay.
I don't know if you're one of those that does.
You look at that, and it's all based on opinion.
It is.
We have gotten so far away from fact-based news gathering that it's not about. I mean, even when you read articles in the newspaper, which are supposed to be
neutral,
unbiased,
should be neutral,
fact-oriented, there is still a slant of some kind of opinion.
Well,
and if they don't like if they're of a different political persuasion or whatever, there will always be descriptive words, a negative descriptive words about that person, even though they're having facts in it.
Oh, right, which is
unsubstantiated or
opinion. You said it.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're kind of in that groove right now of opinionated news.
It seems. I mean, I don't think anyone would disagree. That's true.
Yes.
Sure enough. Now what, Dan?
Do you know what the perfect time to put up the Christmas tree?
Whenever Ann Limley says, Richard, we're putting up the Christmas tree. Is
okay.
the perfect. Let me.
Well, I would
well
say
you
that's
go ahead
important.
with that, and then we'll talk about it.
No, okay. If you haven't already, when is the right time to put up the Christmas tree? If you go by what's on Instagram, we're talking about social media.
That's where I get mine.
You'd probably get tinsel on your jack-o'-lantern, but experts say say to ignore the crazy social media stuff. Country Living magazine suggests decking your halls anytime after the first Sunday of Advent, which is December the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ask Christmas tree growers, they'll probably tell you that even the best maintained tree starts to lose needles and turn brown about the third week, which makes it about the right time. 3 weeks before.
That's if you have a live tree.
Yes.
And I totally get that because we used to have a live tree growing up, and it would get dry and be a hazard, if at a certain point.
If you're going out,
needles are falling on the floor.
Yeah, if you're going out to choose a Christmas tree, you know how to tell if it's fresh.
No.
You grab the limb, or what do you call it? I don't know.
Trunk?
No, you grab
the limb.
The limb.
Okay.
And you pull what is those things called? I'm sorry, the things that fall off, that fall off. They're not leaves. They're
the needles.
The needles.
Oh, okay.
You grab a handful of
needles.
The stem or the needles, where all the needles are, and you pull it. And if you open your hand, there's no needles to come off. It is very fresh.
Okay.
So I just learned that.
Okay, that's a good tidbit.
Yeah.
We always had a live tree, but I have a not live tree anymore.
Yeah.
And we'll put it up early.
Yep.
As a kid, it was always Well, I guess that's what I was leading into. It was a live tree, so we did it. It was definitely after Thanksgiving. You know, sometimes it was Christmas Eve when that tree got up. My brother remembers that fondly,
boy.
I'm sure.
Put it up the day before.
Well, we had to wait for my brother to go chop it down.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. That's cool.
But so I know he was thinking, this is such a chore. I don't really want to do it. you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, but now we have a fake one, so it goes up early.
Do you have a housekeeper?
I do.
Do you give her a bonus at this time of year?
I do.
Okay. All right. Well, according to this survey, housekeepers and child care providers get the biggest holiday tips. Do you give her a tip? Holiday tip, or do you give her a tip every time?
No, I give her a tip at the end for a holiday.
Oh, okay.
For
All
Christmas.
Right. New survey from Bankrate shows that housekeepers, daycare providers, and teachers are the most likely to get a cash tip from families during the holidays. Mail carriers, gardeners, and trash collectors are also on the list. Most people plan to tip the holidays this year, but the amounts will be less than last year. Younger generations are more likely to tip during the holidays than older people, but they're less likely to tip at restaurants. That's a little weird.
Wow.
And we are running out of time, so we need to take this last break before we go for the day, and we'll be right back. Stay with us. Hang in there. All right. Welcome back to Around the Table with Dan and Ann.
Yes, Dan.
We have just enough time to talk about what today is. Excuse me.
Well, I want people to know that if you are thinking about dumping someone, today is a day designated to do that. It's National Breakup Day.
What if you're just halfway feeling like you're in the dumps?
I don't know. That's
you got to move it up. You got to step up, right?
Yeah, I guess so. According to divorce data, it's the one day of the year when couples are more likely to break up compared to any other. Experts say it probably has a lot to do with reflecting on the events of the past year. A busy holiday schedule likely doesn't help.
Okay.
So,
are you thinking of dumping somebody?
No, I have nobody to dump. I got dumped, not by a person. You got dumped. We got dumped.
Oh, we got dumped together.
We got dumped together a little bit.
Okay. Well,
anyway,
that was a good thing.
Yeah, it was all right.
Went laughing down the road.
National Stretching Day. Oh, put
it's
your
good
arms
to
up and
stretch.
stretch. Okay.
Stretching's good, especially for your back. I wished I could touch my toes.
You can't?
I never has been able to, no. Now, I know women are more flexible in that area.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's frustrating because I go to the gym all the time and stretch and stretch and stretch and can never, I mean, I can touch my toes, but I got to bend my knees.
Yeah.
My hamstrings are just tight.
We do more, I think in girls sometimes in our classes we would do yoga stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that probably helps somewhat with flexibility.
Even women that don't go to the
but
gym.
You're right, they're more flexible.
They're more flexible.
Poor guys.
A woman can get on her knees, hands and knees, and then put both hands behind her back and not fall over, but a man cannot. Try it.
Show me that.
Well, there's some video on there of a guy and a girl side by side, and they were on their hands and knees, and she put one hand behind her back, and then she put the other one back there, and she was.
And he fell to his.
On his face. So some things we can. Yeah, we'll do that after this show, okay?
Yeah, only if we got somebody to video it.
Right. So this is National Breakup Day.
Yeah.
It's also National Stretching Day and National App Day.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, short for appetizer.
Oh.
Not what you're thinking.
I'm wondering what appetizer is overrated. That'll be next week's question.
Okay. National Noodle Ring Day.
Noodle ring.
Honoring the ring-shaped pasta.
Okay. Anniversary of the premiere of Magnum PI.
Man, that was he was so hot.
He was. The shorts. Oh,
he
my
was
gosh.
hot. He was hot. That mustache was jamming.
I still wear them today because of him.
Anniversary of the premiere of A Few Good Men. And anniversary of the start of World War II.
Okay.
83 years ago.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. There we are.
Well, we'll
be
to
back
date.
tomorrow with a guest. We will have a guest tomorrow.
We
I don't
hope
remember who it is.
We hope you enjoyed today's show. We did, and the ratings will tell. We'll see you tomorrow, guys.